Hi viewers, welcome to T4U Tutorials, and this is my fourth tutorial on Flight Simulator X. In this tutorial we will learn how to taxi a flight from a parking lot or a gate to your active runway for takeoff. We will be using ATC window and all the facilities like pushback in this flight. I will explain you that later. And now here I have created my flight plan. If you are checking for your flight plan, you can see that I have created a flight plan from Los Angeles International to Phillips Field. I have used an IFR flight and I have done all the stuffs. One thing you have to keep in mind, a very important thing, is that while selecting your departure location, make sure that here your starting position is not active runway. Instead, use some gates like gate 60. I have used gate 66 here, or use some parking lot so that you can taxi your flight from that position to the runway. So that's all about that, and here I'm ready for the takeoff, so let us play this. So here I have reached my flight, and in order to bring up your ATC window, press this button, and here is the ATC menu open for you. Here you can see two options: Tune Los Angeles Clearance and Tune Los Angeles ATIS. If you want to know about Los Angeles Airport, the weather, all those stuffs, you can just tune into Los Angeles it is and it will explain you. Now we are going to get the clearance, IFR clearance. For that, tune to Los Angeles Clearance, press 1 or click on that, and now get your IFR clearance. Press 2 to get your IFR clearance. So they have given us the IFR clearance. Let us acknowledge it by pressing 1 or pressing it.
Cleared at Mike Oscar 23, airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climate maintain 900,000. Departure on 132.7, squawk 3657. Airway view readback correct. Contact ground on 121.65.
As we have got our IFR clearance, now let us tune to the ground and get our taxi clearance. For that, press this button, Tune Los Angeles Ground, or press 1 on your keyboard. Now request for your taxi IFR clearance.
Airway 2 with Golf, ready to taxi IFR. Airway 2, taxi 2 and hold short at runway 7 left via taxiway Charlie Bravo 13 Bravo uniform. Contact tower on 120.905 when ready.
So let us acknowledge this by pressing 1.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 7 left via taxiway Charlie Bravo 13 Bravo uniform. Airway 2.
So we are taking off our flight from runway 7 left, and the taxiway is, the way through which we should taxi our flight is Charlie Beta 13 Beta and U. So it's not that easy to find it, so that let us press 3, or here we can see that turn on progressive taxi. Press 3 on your keyboard or click on this button, and now you can see that there is a yellow marker. This is the best view for this. So let us press plus key to zoom in, and here you can see a yellow marker which points the way through which you should taxi your flight. So now let us initiate pushback. To initiate pushback, press Shift P, and you can see that a cab is coming, friend, and pushing the flight back. Now press Shift P once again to stop your pushback. So you can see that the vehicle is going back. Now you need to turn left and follow the yellow arrowheads so that you can taxi your flight to the runway 7 left. For that, bring back your cockpit view. Now zoom back a little, zoom out a little by pressing the minus key. Look now by pressing Shift 2 or using your mouse. And now press Shift 4 to bring up your throttle quadrant and increase your throttle to 25% by pressing Shift 3. Not Shift, it's F3 press and hold F3 to increase your throttle to 25%. Once the aircraft starts moving, press your left arrow key and turn your stick towards left direction. Once it reaches make sure that your aircraft doesn't move above in a speed above 30 knots because it is the allowed speed for a flight to taxi. So always keep your flight below 30 knots while taxiing. And if you feel like your flight speed is increasing more than 30 knots, press period key and apply brakes so that you can reduce the speed. And another important tip for you is that while taxiing, this yellow taxiway, this is the taxiway, and the taxiway should be adjacent to the nose of your stick, like what I'm doing here. So you can see that this yellow line is pointing toward the stick, the nose of my stick, so that you can make sure that your flight is moving through the taxiway. Don't increase your taxiing speed more than 30 knots. If you feel like you're increasing your speed, press brake key, the period key. Instead of holding it, better you tap it continuously. Holding it will bring your flight to a full stop. So avoid that. Instead of holding the period key, tap it continuously and control the speed. It's ideal to keep your flight speed in 15 knots because you can make your turns very easily. Keep your flight on the taxiway. Don't let it move out. I'm applying the brake key to reduce the speed. Now there you can see that your taxiway, here you should turn your flight to left. Now they have asked us to hold the position. There is another traffic, so acknowledge the hold position. So now I have applied the parking brakes by pressing Control plus period key. Okay, so they have given us the permission to continue our taxiing, so acknowledge the continue taxi, and now press the period key once again to disengage your parking brakes and continue the taxiing. We have to turn left, so press the left arrow key, turn your stick towards the left, and now turn right. Since the taxiway is moving to the right direction. Rotate your stick to the right and make your flight move through the taxiway. You can see the yellow markers heading straight away, and make sure that the yellow line is pointing towards the nose of your stick so that the flight can move on the yellow line. And when you feel like your speed is increasing, just press the period key continuously to reduce the speed and keep it below 30 knots. Now we can see that your runway is to the left, so turn left and stop your flight at the point where the runway starts. Just engage your parking brake by pressing Ctrl plus period key. Now bring up the throttle quadrant and then reduce your throttle to idle. So this is how we will taxi the flight to the runway. And now if you want to know more about taking off your flight, just watch my next tutorial. That's all. Thank you so much for watching the video, and comment below if you have any doubts. I will help you by creating a video for you. I'll answer your questions. And if you want to know about takeoff, just watch my next tutorial number 5 on takeoff. Thank you so much.